Hey guys, I'm out here in my backyard. The container you see right there, that's the recyclable yard material that the water company gives you to take shit and recycle it. But I use it for composting. Basically what I've got in here, as you can see, this grass trimmings that I put in here not too long ago. I haven't turned this or done anything to this. It's got mulch from the front garden in it. You can see right there. Sorry about the sun. This hasn't gotten hot in a long time, so I'm going to dump it out and rotate it and show you what kind of mulch compost I've gotten out of this mess. All I did was take the container and I drilled some holes in the side, as you can see right along there, to give it some air. And every now and then I dump it out and shovel it back in. So basically it gets turned. I have this trash can here that I also purchased at Walmart. And it hasn't composted as much as you can see, but we're going to turn that. This is just grass that I catch with my riding lawnmower. There's the bags to it over there. The other things in the buggy over there. So let me grab a shovel and we'll dump this out and turn it. Alright, I found a flat nose shovel. I don't know where my round nose shovel is. We're going to dump this out now. And it's very heavy. I used to have a couple of raised beds out here, so there's already compost on the ground. It got roots growing in that thing. I don't know what from. It's a big old root ball. Gracious goodness. Anyway, we're going to chop that up. Now, this is stuff from last spring. That's grass clippings, leaves that I vacuumed up with the lawnmower, and some mulch that I had in the front garden last year that I cleaned out before I replanted it and everything. I got more from this year that I put in the driveway up front because getting some ruts, but that's all that's in here is grass clippings and leaves, and probably roots from whatever was growing in here. There's a pile of ants too. That's okay. You can see a lot of this hasn't composted because it's just been sitting in the barrel. So what I'm going to do is I dumped it out here. I'm going to turn it, wet it down with the hose, and then I'm going to cover it with a tarp and just let it sit here and cook. I let it cook for 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm going to turn it like every 3 or 4 days. These are layers of leaves. Something going on. I'm gonna dump this one out too. This little flimsy ass trash can. I haven't had a lot of physical activity, right? It's only a little weak. This one I wet not too long ago, so it's really wet. So probably enough moisture here for both of them as it is. Take this down. I'll still add some water to it. Well, just soak it to the ground. By putting it out here like this, you also get earthworms in it. They leave worm castings, which is really good. Plus, they help break it all down. It smells like horse manure. Horses eat hay. They poop it out. It looks like this. It smells like this. That means it's still got some cooking to do. All right, let's turn this bad boy. I think I forgot that I might have put some cardboard in here. That might be cardboard. Just to see if it would break down. It does break down pretty good, but it's not ideal. Not much nutritional value in it. This is what you'd call greens because it was grass, and browns because it was weeds. Everything I sucked up out of the yard. Tarp, cover this up, and well, drag the hose out here and wet it down real good. Cover it up with a tarp, and we'll let it cook for 3 or 4 days. Hopefully we'll get some good steam off of it, and this stuff will be really good for your garden. I mix it with topsoil. I'll buy the topsoil by the bag, and I'll make a raised bed out of it. What I have those barrels over there for. I don't know if you can see them. I'm trying to figure out how I want to make a raised bed out of them, because you can see that barrel over there. That one right there, that white one. I cut it in half and got 2 deep raised beds out of it, and it worked pretty good. I got the other half up there has a blueberry plant in it, and I'm going to plant a blackberry that I have in one. But when this breaks down, it's better than store-bought all the way around. Store-bought ain't nothing but bark, little moss, which is actually an unsustainable resource because it comes from ancient bogs that are 2,000–3,000 years old, and it's not sustainable. So eventually it's going to run out. But yeah, you do this and it creates its own little ecosystem. You can add perlite to it with your mix. I don't know if you know this, but in some of those bogs back in the day, they used to bury their people in it, and they would make woven mats and walk out on the bog because it wasn't nothing but moss, and they would drop their dead into the bog. Some people say they were sacrifices. I think it was just a burial ritual. They would drop their dead in the bog. They would sink to the bottom, and now when they harvest the peat moss, they have these big machines that basically chop the top layer off and shoot it into a truck. And they come across bog people all the time that are buried in the bog. So just a little bit of information there for you. Let me go get the hose and the tarp, and we'll spray this down and cover it up. Be right back. All right, it's wet, it's covered, and in 2 or 3 days we will come out and turn it, and we'll do that every few days, and in about 3 or 4 weeks we'll have good quality potting soil that we can use to put in our raised beds and grow nice crops like lettuce, a few tomatoes, maybe cucumber, basically quick growing plants, because it's April, and it takes a little while for them to get established before they bloom, and they don't like to grow during the heat of the summer. So yeah. And August, September, October, we can plant other greens like collards and cabbage and stuff like that if we want. I'm more of a collards fan. Cabbage is okay, but collard greens are better. But anyway, thanks for watching. And I'll show you in a few weeks how this turns out. Hopefully we'll have some nice quality soil to put in our beds. Y'all have a great day.